Hello, I'm Barry Schmaltz, talking about the nature of time here at the Concepts at BarrySchmaltz.com. If you looked at the guide, you know to click on the concepts. Click on the concepts, one of them will have a subset, the nature of time. This is one of the parts, and you'll know from clicking that all the parts are interconnected, and we talk sort of in a steady stream of consciousness, and everything entwines, all the music, all the ideas, all the shows, all the concepts, everything becomes BarrySchmaltz.com, the multimedia experience. Hats off to that. Pardon me. And let's talk about the nature of time. Hats off to the nature of time. All times are one. Really, people. All times are one. What does that mean? It means if it happened, it happened. It doesn't mean that something that happened is over, because how could it not have been if it was over? What was it before it was, huh? Okay. As they say, what was your face before you were born? You ever hear that one? But think about it. Think about it. All right. Because, you know, it's pretty deep. All right. So time, all times are one. If it happened, it happened. If it's going to happen, it's already happened. If it's not going to happen, it's never going to happen, and it wouldn't have in the first place. And if you're really hip to the way the vibrations go, vibrational resonance, we talked about that, field interactions. I have no content in any of the things we're talking about, I'm sure, but if you look under the surface, if you research for yourself, you are your own best teacher, but more important, you're your own best learner, you're your own best personal discoverer, guy, lady, either combination thereof. We not partial one way or the other here. What we're saying is that anybody can be their own best tutor, for one thing, your own life coach, all that crap. Whatever it is that you think you need an intermediary for, that's what you don't need, because you are, the intermediary is you already. You're there. If you weren't there, why? I mean, really, you're looking out of your eyes, right? Nobody's looking out of your eyes for you. And, you know, you're eating your own food. Nobody's doing that either. And all the stuff you do, all the feelings that you feel and everything, that's from your point of view. That's you there. So, you know, think about that. And then everybody else tells you what your experience is. Think about that. Oh, what time is it? Oh, I guess it's that time that they told me on my watch, as we said before, is a misconception on the nature of the structure of reality and time. Because time is very subjective, and there's more of it than you think there is, and we all have more of it, but if they have you all march stepping into the fascist time machine, which is not like an H.G. Wells time machine, but if they have you walk in lockstep in the idea of one thing, you're bamboozled there. Somebody's bamboozling you out of your own birthright, which is to take your time. They've been telling you that forever. They don't mean what they say. They say one thing, and then they don't mean what they say. So take your time. Who else's time are you going to take, right? So anyway, that's what we're talking about. The nature of time and how we let it just slip away because we don't realize how important it is, and somebody is making you not think about how important it is to you. Time is important to you. If you catch on to that, you will live a happy life. You will live a long and healthy life. You will not have to surrender your power to all the bureaucracies. You can be your own best everything if you know what's going on. So we'll talk about that, because nobody thinks I'm talking about anything here, and I don't even know, just talking about time. Killing time, they say. Let's kill it. Kill time. There's an expression for you they should remove from the vocabulary, but we use it anyway because it's fun. But we know, like I say, as they say, and I know who the they is that we're talking about. It's like pretty silly to say. But where I come from, you know, it is like, it is said as those who have said the thing they say. So actually it's quite a holy thing for me to say that. It's like, God love him. He's such a nice guy, but God love him. He's falling down the ladder every time. I don't know. That's what they say. It's like it's like people say that when somebody's a bit of a dunce, but they don't want to speak ill of them. All right, so time, you are what time it is. We established that. Nobody else can tell you. And all times are one. So if you had a great thing happen to you and you loved it, and then they said, oh, it's over now, it's gone, where are you? You're mourning for it because it's over. And it goes and then some new thing comes over and it takes you over, and then you become that. And there's a whole thing is like it never happened, the other thing, right? But, you know, they say at the end of your life, you have a big thing, a moment, your life flashes before your eyes. What they really mean is the emotional sense memory of your life flashes before your eyes. It's not the things you have that you think about. It's the actual feeling of like, oh, wow, that's right, you're there again. It's like, that's really what we're talking about. So be ready for that. You can try, though, while you're alive to get into that consciousness and to actually go back in time as yourself, as the vessel. In my case, Barry Schmaltz can travel in a lot of places, but I don't like to step up because I wasn't there yet. But I still can grok and glean, as they say. Rock and roll, lock and load, grok and glean. They all have a different connotation wherever you say them, but you know they all mean the same thing. No, they don't. It doesn't matter. Time is a slippery concept, and nobody should be telling you what it is because they don't know themselves. And if they say they know themselves, then they don't know, and you know that they're telling you a lie. Because anybody who tells you that they know what's going on, they do not. And anybody who tells you that they do not know what's going on, but they know it, you might want to listen to them, maybe. And anybody who just doesn't care what anyone says about what they say, then that's the way to go because they're the ones doing the thing. Give your things away for free. The world will take care of itself. The riches will come back to you. All times are one. You do the thing, the wheel of karma, the wheel of ka, as some people like in literature lately say. But I mean, it's all talking the same thing. You do the thing, it goes around. Love, higher dimensional vibrations. Why do you think they have no overtone series going on there? Because, well, actually, that's not true. Now they use the overtone series like a weapon because they know how to make you feel a way about stuff. Oh, but that's tricky, you know. That's not really from nature. So we're not talking about the nature of nature yet today, but we are talking about time and how malleable it is and how useful it would be for you to know that if you want to lift yourself out of the stream of it and get some more for yourself. How do you suppose we get all these recordings done and all of these things done with the worlds and everything? How do you suppose the amount of time that would take can we do it? You got to have a place to go. Hats on to giving away all my secrets. Barry Schmaltz telling you the whole thing. Nevertheless, enjoying our little hang with all of the local connotations of things that mean stuff. Now we have new things. I should bring them in the shot. I don't know if they're in the shot. I got that. I got these crystals here, and they're very beautiful. We love them, and they help us. We clear space. And as you know, the three vectors of experience, you clear some space, you'll get some more time. And if you have more space and time, then your feeling of, oh, this is great, expansion there. So it's all about expansion. And you know, the nature of the universe is to expand. So remember that. Keep it in mind. You'll feel better. Barry Schmaltz. Gonna stop now and go on to something else because I don't know. It's hard to talk about something that limits it in words because the words are symbolic. We should talk about the limitations of language. That's a good one. You want to talk about how symbols represent the thing and have taken over the way people visualize and think and create. Yeah, we can talk about that. Language and symbology. That's a good one right there. All right, so let's think about that. Come back. It's going to be great. Barry Schmaltz talking to you. You're enjoying it. You gotta be, or you wouldn't be here listening to Barry Schmaltz at BarrySchmaltz.com, which is where you are, which is where I am, which is where we all are together, one big happy family there, but not a collective like they do with time, more like a bunch of individuals who choose to come together for their own reasons, if not for anyone else, but for themselves and their own quality of experience. That's what we're talking about, huh? BarrySchmaltz.com. You're living it too. There's a nice little tagline for you. I don't know. Could work. Could work. Make that funny.